I've just had some great news this morning that we are currently top of the NSS response rate, and we thought it might be helpful if I shared some of the things that we do to encourage students to respond. We place a really high emphasis on getting students to respond early, so we prepare students in advance that the survey is coming. So each year we do an assessment feedback talk about 2 weeks before the survey opens, just to I suppose tie up some loose ends in terms of feedback we've had about assessment and feedback, and also what we've been doing about it. Not directly linked to the NSS, mind you, but it's just to start raising awareness that we do respond to student surveys. A week before the survey opens, our student survey coordinator introduces the survey to our students and tell them to expect an email with their link in it, and also tells them the other ways that they can respond. And something new that we've done this year is we invited all of the students along a day or two after the survey opened to our computer room, where we offered cake for participation in the survey. We were very clear that it was just for participation and not for giving us a good response.
Some ways in which we engage with students around the NSS include our use of social media. So we might set up events, we might write statuses, and we might ask students to get involved and comment on what they're doing.
Another thing we have is our newsletters. So all the offices have their own newsletter which goes out to different groups of students, and we advertise surveys at the NSS through those as well.
So just to let you know all the different materials we've got on offer for you to promote the National Student Survey. We've got some posters which you should have had a couple of months ago now. We've got some flyers, and we actually still have some flyers available if you'd like them, so please get in touch with the team if you would like them. And just to remind you again about the graduation packages we have. So it used to be £20, £50 cash prizes, but this year we've got 10 graduation packages on offer. So if you complete the survey, or the students complete the survey, they'll be entered into a prize draw, and they could win gown hire and graduation photos. So that seems to be doing quite a lot actually in terms of encouraging students to complete the survey.
One really effective way as well that works is doing shout-outs. So if you get in touch with one of us, the sabbatical officers, we can always go to the lecture theatre and give shout-outs there and then, so we go to the students rather than wait for them to come to us.
We also have done some things over the longer term to prepare students for the NSS, and that actually starts in the very first year. So we give student surveys a very high profile, so we make it clear that we're always going to respond to what students say to us. We kind of preempt the big one that's coming at the end, right from year one, so that students know to expect it when it finally comes.
So to set up a shout out, it's really quick and easy. You can contact student reps at cardiff.ac.uk, and then we can put one in for you. Real benefit of that is that it'll only take about 5 minutes of the lecture time, but it's really good for the students to hear about the benefits from another student.
We find that email doesn't work on its own, so we always get somebody that the students know well to go and talk to them about the student survey. That is typically our student survey coordinator, but our director of teaching is always involved, I'm involved, and we get as many people in the school involved as possible, including our third year lecturers, who we ask to put up a slide at the beginning of their lectures just to remind the students that the survey is open. So, we do a number of things there. One thing that we have tried in recent years that didn't work out as well as we'd hoped, we offered a fairly sizable reward last year in terms of some optometric equipment, and we found that it didn't really improve the response rate from previous years.
We've also got a video that promotes the survey. Please use that in your lecture shout-outs or when you're talking to students. We do find that although the shout-outs from the students are really helpful, students really take on board what the academics have to say. So if you're encouraging students to complete the survey, they're more than likely to do that. We're actually already 20% higher than we would be normally compared to previous years, but that doesn't mean that we're at the end of the journey yet. We're about 50% of the response rate. We're looking to get about 80%, so please keep pushing it.